The following presentation is non-profit and is intended for entertainment purposes only. All events within this presentation are non-canon. Batman and all related characters are the property of DC Comics, Warner Brothers, and their respective owners. Hilarious Matrimony, a Batman fanfiction. Written and read by Robert Canner. Chapter 13. After the incident at the safe house, Corey had cried herself to sleep. Everyone had thought that the Joker's plan was to kill her. Instead, she ended up blasting the man that meant the universe to her, and she couldn't take it. She woke up surrounded by her friends. "Dick?" she asked, her voice barely a whisper. "Raven did her best, but he's on life support," said Donna. Dick was one of the strongest people that Corey knew. Despite not having any superpowers, he was the one who led the Titans against one overwhelming foe after another. Enemies like Deathstroke, Brother Blood, and Trigon. He was going to get through this. He had to. The Joker? He's made his move. Batman is going after him. The intensity of Corey's emotions ignited the air around her. She let out a loud, primal scream. "I'm going to burn him to ashes from the inside out!" All of the Titans banded together to restrain Corey. "Corey, this is exactly what the Joker wants. If you go after him, he's just going to finish what he started." Even Donna was having trouble keeping Corey under control. Raven needed to possess her with her soul self. "Corey, listen to me. When Dick wakes up, the first thing he's going to want to know is if you're okay." "We'll never be safe as long as that monster is still alive!" "Batman's not going to return the Joker to Arkham. I can feel his rage from here. This time he's going to kill him." Corey could tell when Raven was being serious. She eased up a little. "If you go out there, you're putting yourself in danger. Dick is fighting for his life right now, and if he's going to pull through, you need to be here when he wakes up. Let Batman handle this." "Are you sure?" "Batman won't be able to stop himself this time," said Raven. "This is the straw that broke the camel's back." Batman smelled the bodies before he saw them. The dimly lit room he had entered was filled with dozens of corpses in various states of decomposition, but they all had the same nightmarish grin created by the Joker's venom. Batman imagined that these were his unwilling test subjects. The rage inside him swelled up even more. "No more." At that moment, the Joker's voice came on over the building's ancient PA system. "You actually bothered to use the door for once! And here I thought you and your hired help really liked pulling glass out of your asses. So how do you like my new place, Bats? It's a big step up from the asylum. Unfortunately, they have the exact same problem. Too many nuts!" Batman was already on the move when he heard the loud rumbling. As he raced across the room to the door, millions of pounds of nuts came raining down from the ceiling. Batman barely made it to the next room in time. "Death by nuts! I bet you weren't expecting that one! You okay, Bats? You don't look so good. Have you been eating your fruits and veggies? You know what they say, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. But in my experience, an apple a day keeps anyone away. Provided you threw it hard enough." At that moment, a dozen machines came out of the wall and started shooting apples at Batman. "You've got to be kidding me," said Raven, watching the whole thing unfold on the TV with the other Titans. "And I thought Gar's jokes were bad," said Cyborg. "Stop me if you've heard this one before," said the Joker. "The other night a cop pulled me over and said, 'Papers!' So I said, 'Scissors! I win!' Then I cut off his hand and drove off." Batman, who had just made it through the room all covered in apple juice, wasn't amused. "Really? Nothing to that? Are you even listening to me?" demanded the Joker. "Well, there's one thing you should know. It's important. Don't look down." Batman pulled out his line launcher and fired before the floor opened up beneath him, revealing dozens of razor-sharp spikes. "You didn't look down! Here's your reward!" Batman zipped along the line launcher into the next room, where he was greeted by Deathstroke. "Just so you know, this isn't personal. I don't have time for this, Slade. Not my problem." "Batgirl to Red Robin, please tell me you have recovered the Wilsons," said Barbara into her comm. "I'm a little busy at the moment," replied Tim. "The Dark Knight and the freaking Terminator!" exclaimed Gar, pulling out his phone. "This calls for some dramatic background music. Play Action Mix!" Batman was after the Joker, but Deathstroke was considered the deadliest assassin in the world, and he was standing between Batman and his quarry. Deathstroke is stronger, faster, and has the better armor. He fights to kill, and I'm only here for the Joker. The two warriors circled each other. Predictably, Deathstroke was the one to make the first move. Batman was already on the defensive. He dodged a sword strike that would have taken his head off, pulled back, and dodged several more strikes. Something has him angry. I can work with that. Batman and Deathstroke spent the next 10 minutes exchanging blows. Deathstroke was attacking with everything he had, but Batman blocked and dodged with equally fierce precision. "You're getting slow in your old age," said Deathstroke. "The same could be said for you!" Batman caught Deathstroke's sword with his gauntlets and broke it in half. Deathstroke pulled out his energy lance. Batman blocked several strikes, but then Deathstroke blasted him in the chest. "Ouch! That's gotta hurt!" said the Joker. Deathstroke charged over for a killing strike, but Batman pulled several smoke bombs out of his utility belt. Before Deathstroke could find his target, the whole room was filled with a thick layer of smoke. "Some people can be so inconsiderate," said the Joker, staring at the smoke-covered monitor. "While they duke it out, here's an encore presentation of Bird Brat and Stargirl's little spat." Corey was at Dick's bedside, so she didn't see the video that made all the other Titans clench their fists in rage. "Oh, there'll be a hot time in the old town tonight," sang the Joker. "You know, usually people get cold feet before a wedding. They don't get hot under the collar." "Now let's see how Batman's doing. Will he best the world's deadliest assassin, or will he become a Palauan delicacy?" There was no ventilation in the room, so the smoke wasn't going to dissipate with any speed, but Deathstroke didn't need to see his quarry to kill him. Despite popular myth, Batman was only a mortal man in a suit. At the very least, the shot Deathstroke had landed must have knocked the wind out of him. Deathstroke kept his guard up, ready to react to the slightest sound. Through the smoke, he heard the sound of Batman's labored breathing and fired. Anticipating Batman's dodge, he followed up with 2 more shots, but neither found their mark. Batman had been lucky. The sound of Deathstroke's blasts had covered the sound of his bat claw being fired. The line went taut against Deathstroke's legs, and the assassin came crashing to the floor. Batman fought through the pain he was in and charged over, but Deathstroke was already back on his feet. "I want the Joker, and you're in my way!" Batman dodged 5 more shots from Deathstroke's energy lance, got in close, and knocked Deathstroke's mask off with a powerful punch. Deathstroke retaliated with a barrage of blows, but Batman powered through and started landing some blows of his own. The Titans knew from experience how tough Deathstroke was. In one instance, he had even taken on most of the Justice League by himself. and now Batman was knocking him around like a ragdoll. "This dude is off the chain!" exclaimed Gar. Batman had just punched Deathstroke through a wall when he got the call from Red Robin. "Batman, the Wilsons are secure." As Deathstroke stumbled to his feet, Batman pulled up the video feed that Red Robin had sent him from the ship in Gotham Harbor. Tim's team had successfully rescued Ravager and Jericho. "Consider yourself lucky, Batman. Now if you don't mind, I have a clown to kill." "Naughty, naughty," said the Joker over the PA system. "Papa Spank!" A green-colored gas started to fill up the room. Batman covered up with his cape and reached for the gas mask in his utility belt. Batman pulled out one of the Joker Venom antidotes that he had in his belt and injected it into Deathstroke's neck. "He'll walk it off. He's had much worse." It was at this moment that the pain in Batman's chest caught up with him. He fell back against the wall and injected himself with a painkiller. "Come on, Bats! Don't tell me you're done after just that," said the Joker. "The fun has only just begun." To be continued. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, then like this video. Subscribe for more updates, and if you really want to help this channel out, click the links in the description below and buy my books.